I'm going to ask you something. I'm going to ask you a question here that I find very interesting after I see a player come through our training and turn into an umpire. Because most of the feedback we get when we ask them, what do you want to become as an umpire? A lot of them are saying that they want to be a fair umpire, which is a great sign. But it's very easy for players to have a bit of an assumption that, it kind of looks simple from where I sit as a player. I see it every day when I play it on the court. I guess the question I'm really interested in is, what were you thinking when you came off the side of the court as a player, wanting to learn to umpire? And was it as easy as what you thought it would be as a player?
Yeah. Because, I played for such a long time, I knew, in a general sense, what the rules were and what you were allowed to do and what you weren't allowed to do and that kind of thing. But and so I thought when I stepped off the court to umpire, it would be relatively easy, and because you pick things up as a player all the time, and I thought, that was step, that was a replay ball. But until you're on the sideline with the whistle in your hand, you start to second guess yourself, and there's so much to look at, and there's all this things that are just running through your mind, and it was certainly a lot harder than I anticipated when I first umpired. The first few weeks that I was umpiring, you give me 2 games and I was absolutely exhausted because you have to concentrate so hard.
So when you got back on the court in that time frame while you were learning as a trainee, as an umpire, when you got back on the court as a player, did you have a different respect for an umpire?
I did. And I actually, I watched what the umpires did as well. Mm-hmm. So, and I watched what they started to call up and what they didn't call, and I was trying to explain to myself why a certain contest didn't have a contact, another one did, and there's certainly a lot more respect for umpires now.
And did it make you a better player, having learnt the rules in context?
Yes. I think it did. You sort of know what you can get away with, you know the blind spots of an umpire, but you also know how you need to control your body in order to contest fairly, and obviously what you can and cannot
So
do.
Would you say you play with more intelligence and awareness?
Yes, I do.
Did your coach notice?
No. But that's because I didn't really have I was in a coaching situation, but she was more of a player who stepped into the coaching role, so she wasn't as serious about the coaching at the time.